Hello! This is going to be my first reaction to Spider-Man vs. Deku from Death Battle. Before I hit play, though, during the waiting period, I've done some research on both, and here's the consistency I've came to. If we use the absolute strongest stuff, using every feat, Miles should win. Like, defeating Blackheart, destroying a avatar of Noel, current storyline where he's fighting Greek gods. It's kind of crazy that's going on. It should put him above where you usually put Deku. But if we're going with what's most consistent, it would go to Deku. Who I'm rooting for, though, Deku all the way! Woo! Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Moro, my beloved, thank you for being a part of this team. Thank you.
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
All right, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And
Dog, who the fuck is editing this video? Oh my god. This looks crazy.
now he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed, and he had all the usual spider kit to help him out.
This spider carried the Oz formula, a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no Spider-Person is complete without their web shooters. Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he keep up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents! Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to its bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Okay. This is something I've said about Miles before, but at this point, does he even need to be a Spider-Man? Like, he could totally just become like an electric-themed hero at this point. Like, come on.
Absorbing, blasting, mega blasting. Hell, he can even make electric constructs out of this stuff, like
Electric constructs. Like a goddamn Green Lantern. The fuck is this? The fuck is this?
webbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building.
Hey, go back. What the That's just not any fucking lightning bolt, guys. That's lightning from fucking Storm. That shit, she fires that shit at the speed of light, if not faster. The fuck is this?
He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
Oh geez, Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb.
Okay, so comic crossovers. Yeah, that makes sense.
That was going to vaporize Harlem, a blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's gotten kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive,
giving him huge boosts in strength and speed and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor. No longer standing in his shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair.
Do you wanna know how the fuck he got sent to the main 616 universe? Bruh gave the fucking molecule man a week-old ass burger, a dusty, crusty ass burger. And his, like, I don't know, does the spider suit have pockets? How do you do that? Where do you pull that out of?
Of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider people, robot spider people, dinosaur spider people, spider people, a whole lot of them, each with their own way of getting the job done. Miles even led them into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
Okay.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan, there was no one more synonymous with the word than their symbol of peace: All Might.
Rip the custodians.
The the big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All For One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo liked to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Forever the
Post time skip. Can't do that. Oh, you know, one of them. Dog. It's pretty obvious he was the romantic interest, dog. What? You thought Bakugo was romantic interest? Oh, Kanchan. I love you.
beta
Hot
male
shit.
in the shadow of Bakugo and his Sigma quirk until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so, after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One For All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger.
Hey, what do you mean they? What are you trying to say, boomstick? Ugh.
Flicks, One For All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One For All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One For All could cause their body to explode, so Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn his zero name into his hero name, becoming the Deku who always does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style, shoot style. To
Guys, I realized I had legs.
use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a punch. Yeah.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All For One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
But he didn't have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One For All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One For All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One For All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All For One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around and restrict.
Fishers, Fajin, Danger Sins, Black Oak, Smoke Blood, Air Force Gloves, Mid Gauntlets, Iron Sails.
Foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance, though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen. But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smoke screen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound, and Deku was moving so fast the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All For One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light speed laser.
Deku can forcefully transfer the vestiges of One for All to opponent to directly attack their soul, but he loses one of his quirks each time he does so. Also requires they ingest some of his DNA. Hey, Miles! Eat this!
Beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One For All was suffocating him though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you can breathe through your nose at that point.
The pressure of having to save his friends, the country, the entire world weighed on Deku, so he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All For One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One For All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All For One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One For All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Peek. Okay. Here's the thing with this. They didn't really give any calculations for Deku. I don't know why. I think they're saving that calculation for after it. So my prediction right now is they're going to give Deku the win. Because they didn't even calculate the cloud feat. The hell. But from my own research and calculation, it should be higher than what they gave Miles. So, Deku for the win.
Hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin. I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Dummy thick.
Yes, that's our Mechanical Menace Mecha Goose pulling down the trunks of poor Dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available now on deathbattle.gg for a limited time. Website members can even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat.
Why'd you do
I
that
like
to
the hat.
Dummy?
I know what else you're asking. Benjamin, why did Wiz build robot butt cheeks on Dummy?
That's exactly what I was
I don't know. Get your cheeks at www.
Wiz is a fucking freak. You think it's Boomstick? No, it's Wiz.
deathbattle.gg.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Come on.
Huh?
than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware!
Let's try that one more time.
This animation! Oh my god!
Guess who?
I can't use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta do my own thing.
And there's the fucking sword that I hate. Oh my god.
Sarah was right. Your quirk is amazing.
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
His suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Come on, Deku. I'm rooting for you.
Saito. That's fast!
Go beyond! Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Pink! Oh my god! No words. That was animation was. Oh my god, that was so good!
KO! Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly. Unsurprisingly, given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's quirks, though they did have some edges over the other.
The spider sense gave Miles more insight.
Miles is a herald of the spider god, and Nancy is largely a supporting mentor rather than a direct patent of Miles' behalf. However, Miles, as his herald, could theoretically grant him spiritual protection from being attacked by one for all's vestiges. So I'm guessing by superpowers they're going to include like stuff with hacks and how it interacts.
On his surroundings and threats than danger sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for danger sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the spider sense's radar system allowed him to find Deku in a smokescreen. But Izuku's other quirks granted him advantages of his own.
Float was a lot more mobile than Webs, and Fa-Jin gave a bigger boost in strength than Venom did.
While Venom is effective against genetic mutants, be resisted by those with high durability or pain tolerance, such as Ultimate Green Goblin. Deku has withstood electrical attacks. Shigaraki 9. Which I did realize Deku kept up his own with overlay. Okay.
Since both had some advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call superpowers a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible. So speed goes to Deku.
As for skill, Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style gave Deku few immediate openings.
Deku may have received more formal training at UA, but he was ultimately only active in hero work for a little under a year.
Meanwhile, Miles has been handling
Miles has been trained by Captain America, Colleen Wing, Misty Nine, and Black Panther. While his training is arguably not as intense as Deku's full-time study at UA, he's not an
everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to Miles, and that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that was no contest. Miles absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with his punch had a yield of 362 billion tons.
Knew it.
Of TNT, smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all, so the question wasn't necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons.
Miles' bomb source feet nearly fatal. More 546 megaton yield for Rein's durability was a high-end calculation. The energy to simply render New York inhabitable is far less, even especially Miles' strength and armor, much weaker than All for One. I don't know how I feel about this, because Captain America's shield, that shit can survive crazy attacks. Way better than this. This seems like a low ball for vibranium. Oh.
Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit was much thinner than what Falcon and Black Panther had, making it unlikely it could absorb as strong of a blast.
It's there to provide more protection, sure, but there was no way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
And the morales of the story is...
the winner is Deku.
Okay.
Next time on Death Battle.
Hulk versus Godzilla. Hulk versus Godzilla. Please, Death Battle, don't fuck up my boy Hulk, please. He's been on a losing streak. Just give him the win, please. Realistically, Hulk should win that, but we'll see. Okay. That episode was real good. Oh my god. Okay. Looking at the comments. Yeah. That episode was really good. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me look at the fucking some of that animation again. Oh my god. Comic.
Huh?
Moro. I love you, Moro.
Yo! You're more man and less spider than usual.
Whoa, I was looking for you. Care to show me what you can do?
All right, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth. Watch the hands.
Now watch mine, Delaware! Ah!
Let's try that one more time. Guess who?
I use my full power here. Gotta take this somewhere else. Oh, gross!
You got skills, man. I like that. Oh, mierda.
Hold the fuck on. I'm gonna scan that real quick. Let me pull up my phone. Oh my god, dog. Did you really just... No. Sent you to Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. No. I got rickrolled. No. Hold on. Oh my god. Look at this animation. Oh my god.
Oh, mierda.
I'm sure that you're really nice, but you can't cut it here in BK. I'm sure that you're all might, but don't run in the right place. With all that money, boy, you already lost. You should take the hit.
I moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out! Because I always do my best!
But you know what I'm worth. New York or Earth, no touch will stun you, run you down, and stuff you like some black forces and Timbs. Never forget that I'm him.
Let's get it.
If I'm gonna do my best, I gotta do my own thing.
Look at that. Oh my god.
Sarah was right! Your quirk is amazing!
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man.
I
fucking
soon have
Tommy
shock
Tommy
absorption,
Hobblad.
not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Psycho. Death Bang!
Go beyond!
Deku, you just killed a man. What the hell, man? Black and white.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
So, the start of the fight started with a comic, like an American comic, while the end of it was manga. That's really cool. Ooh. But yeah. The next time though.
Subscribe.
From my research on this, I personally see Hulk winning. Especially use the current most powerful version, which is the Fractured Sun storyline, where he's basically put near the top of the echelon of Marvel gods, and I do not see any of Godzilla's strongest stuff really matching him. Like, the strongest stuff you can give Godzilla is from Marvel itself. Sure, there's Ultima, which is just vague posting. There's not much you can really gain from Ultima. Like, Godzilla in Hell, it's like one for him to be powerful, you have to believe that the god and Satan in that series is the biblical god and Satan, which is not what they were going for. The highest I can personally say you can take him is if you believe the whole they're the gods of IDW and puts them above every IDW series, which puts him pretty high, like a high complex multiversal, maybe hyper. Not matching where Hulk is at all, really. But even then, I don't think that's an interpretation I agree with, anyways. Godzilla versus Zeus, which is like, for one, you have to agree that it's any other Zeus because it has no fucking feats other than fighting Godzilla. So there's that DC crossover Godzilla. That one's a little iffy because you have to think that those characters are as powerful as the mainline versions, which is also iffy to say because it's clear it's an Elseworld story with the fact that Lois and Clark aren't together. There's a lot of other shit going on with that. So it's kind of hard to say. So yes, the strongest thing you can give Godzilla is his Marvel crossovers because he actively fought the 616 versions. Sure, this was in like the 80s. They still have the crazy ass feats like Thor and Hercules shaking the entire Marvel universe. There was all the shit Hulk has already done. There's a lot you can go off of. And the newest crossover, I don't think gets him above Hulk, even though it does give precedent that Godzilla could absorb gamma radiation. I still do not believe it would be enough of a boost to give Godzilla the win. It's kind of like that one time he was fighting Thor and beat Thor's ass so badly that Thor absorbed some gamma radiation and became a Hulk. But Hulk still was kicking his ass, even being Hulkalized. So I don't think Godzilla has anything that puts him above Hulk. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Is there any black bars I missed? Let me see. There wasn't too many black boxes this episode, though. Oh, if I were to rate this episode on my first viewing out of 10, I would say that was like a good 8.5 out of 10. They could have gone. I don't know what else they could have done. They went through the stories pretty good. They kind of just left out all the crazy shit Mouth has done, so I understand that. I guess the team considers those outliers. Even though Miles and Deku have existed for relatively the same amount of time. So you can't really claim that it's a random issue from the 60s. No, these exist, dog. You can't really ignore them too much. And there's so many that kind of hard to not consider them consistent. Hell, Spider-Man sits in this weird area where he's street tier, but can also harm heralds. Hell, a lot of street tiers have consistently been able to harm heralds in some way or form. Whether it's catching them off guard, which even if they're off guard, that shit, they're getting rocked. Even if it's off. It's not Dragon Ball shit where Goku's durability drops to regular human level if he's caught off guard completely. This shit is inherent. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. Have a good one.